Yes, you did. Recording. Alright, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to the powerhunter3s gamercast. For those who didn't already know that, but for those just showing up, welcome. How y'all doing, everybody? You guys having a wonderful time? Everybody who's going to be on Spotify, I'm doing once again the podcast with video game on the side. As for the people who are going to be watching this on YouTube, I hope you guys love it. In the meantime, tonight's podcast, we're going to be talking about the new next-gen consoles and the intriguing factor about each one of them, about them all, and the fact that they might, for the gamers who know this, it's basically everybody knows it's an opinion piece. It's gonna be my opinion about video gaming. It's gonna be my opinion about the next gen, how things are gonna turn out, because we're heading that way regardless. And what that means for the future of gaming. Personal opinion. So before anybody says anything, it's just an opinion. It's not not for everybody. It's just there for you guys to say, okay, maybe, or okay, maybe not. That's up to you. But anyway, enough of that. Next gen consoles. I haven't really looked much into them, at least as much as some people. But from what I have seen, looks good. Specifically PlayStation 4, because I'm a PlayStation 5, sorry. Because I'm a Sony guy, I'm a PlayStation guy. And it's going to be hard for me to break that. Yeah, it's but regardless, the podcast, as I said, the podcast tonight is going to be about gaming, the gamer space as time goes on. So with next gen console coming out here before Christmas, even within this time period that everybody's at home or lockdown or etc., it's still gonna happen. What does that mean? Well, everybody knows it's gonna be one of those things where people are gonna play video games for a longer period of time. With the coming out of PlayStation 5 this year and the Xbox, because I really don't pay attention to that. It's going to be an interesting time. I don't want to hit it. When it comes down to what's going on, well, PlayStation 5, they're claiming, and I would have to agree with this, from what I've seen so far with that little trailer in Unreal 5, which I think just beautiful. But they're claiming it's going to be 120 frames per second gameplay, which is an impossible thing. It's never going to be consistently 120. Not even best PCs in the world will stay consistent at 120. They'll fluctuate all the time. That's systems regardless how you look at it. But it's also going to have 1 terabyte, which makes sense. Might even have options that are bigger. It's going to have a whole bunch of RAM that makes everybody happy. It's going to be running on an SSD actually, so it's going to be more RAM. I feel like it's even more RAM. And I almost jumped off the edge. No matter how it's looked at, it's a intriguing time here coming up eventually. So far, I think what they're doing with that is they're preparing for, it's on its way. It's in preparation for crossplay, because the only way we're going to compete with PC guys on crossplay, at least in frame rate, is if we have at least 60. And if we don't have 60 frames, well, you're gonna hear a lot of console guys going, why is it not? It's like, calm down, people. But regardless, it's gonna be one of those things where it's a step in the direction of crossplay. Everybody can agree. I bet you everybody can agree with that. I know that it's only a matter of time. Sorry. I apologize about yawning. And we're gonna have a good time. When it happens. But regardless, it's gonna be one of those things where people are gonna see how things go. Are these still in the game? In the zone? Shit, now I gotta go at it. It comes down. Sorry, I was looking at my map. Map in Elder Scrolls Online. But what does that mean? What does that mean when I say cross-play? Well, for those who are not in the times, cross-play is where all consoles, PC included, get together and play video games. And they play video games in a team or they play against each other. Does that mean that it's the greatest? Well, actually, yeah. That means it's a step in the right direction, and it's going to be good times as long as they keep it somewhat balanced. If you can keep gameplay balanced between all of the systems, PC, Xbox, the new Xbox, PlayStation 5. Hell, if it's some variant of game, you can even say Switch, which is going to be nearly impossible for the majority of games. You ain't gonna want to play friggin' Call of Duty on the Switch, and because that's gonna be an impossibility. Switch is not built for that level of. But the Switch was built for something like Smash Bros. And everything like that. Whereas the next gen consoles are looking like they're going to be pretty interesting when they come out. I know I'll be getting PlayStation 5, and we're going to be I'm going to be playing the hell out of Destiny 2 because Bungie has already stated that they're going to be bringing Destiny 2 to PlayStation 5, which makes sense. And I'm going to be crossing my fingers that crossplay comes to that. So long as they match balance of both console and PC with each other. Because you're not going to want to play 30 frames game version of the game against guys who are going to run in 60, 120 and all that. That'd be stupid. It can be done, but it's not like it. You're gonna really suck. Whereas Destiny would be a perfect game with context, as I've said, on Twitter. There's a post I commented on there, and it was like, well, there's an opportunity here for it. And it comes down to how does one balance it? Well, for Destiny, that's a little more difficult. Yes! Dungeon! I'm in. There we go, going into the dungeon. And what happens is, to balance it out for something like that, they'd have to take a page from Call of Duty, where PC will always have an edge, but console will have an edge with the term that they call it's hard to describe that way, but you need. Okay, perfect. Tibet. If you guys are wondering, for those who don't know, I'm in a dungeon. But for those who do know, I'm in it, or seeing this, I'm in a dungeon. That was your opinion last night, too. Yes. Okay. So that means in a sense, what does that mean? Well, as a guy with an opinion, it's difficult to say because every console will have different play. It'll make it tough for balancing, no matter how it's looked at. Because you can't really balance a game easily between different systems unless they have the matching specs that are balanced between them. And it's difficult to do when... son of a bitch! When each system actually has a tough time, has different settings that they use. So in my thing, I would say it'd probably be best for Destiny to work on PvE first, and then work its way into PvP. Something like PvP. But it would be pretty cool to see, regardless how you look at it. To balance it out, it's more of they'd have to figure out the differences and how things work with each system. Yeah, you'll definitely have a lot of issues in the early days of crossplay, but you know what? Comes with the territory. Call of Duty is probably the best example of balanced crossplay. Because even a console guy could whoop ass in Call of Duty against PC guys. Because of aim assist. Well, that's not really because there are some console guys who are fucking 1,000 times better than a PC guy. But pretty much basically, if you're gonna go the crossplay route, every game that's going to be coming out that it will be crossplay is going to have to take a page from Call of Duty. Because they're fucking fantastic game right now, because it's actually a good example of crossplay. The only reason I know that is because I've done battle in crossplay. It'd be fun. But anyway, regardless how you look at it, it comes down to, what does that have to do with next-gen consoles? Well, next-gen consoles are going to become that route where the video games are going to be heading. And the best way to do that is on next-gen. Because then you could work with programming that could potentially be that could potentially make it easier for next-gen consoles to be worked with. Etc., etc., etc. I'm a tech guy, tech-y. I could talk tech with many people, but to describe game design and all that, for crossplay and all that, it'd be difficult for me to say because I'm not in that field of game. That field. I'm just an opinion guy. And it's more difficult for me to talk about in that case. That said, can cross-play and cross-save be achieved? Well, as you guys are no doubt aware, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Rocket League, and a few others are easy examples. More difficult examples to achieve crossplay would be Destiny 2, Warframe as an example, or any MMO that's on all systems would be extremely difficult. Because PC has massive massive edge game against PV against consoles on that end because it's MMO. And if you're like trying to play MMO games, it's difficult to play on console. Performance will play a huge role in how the games are played. We'll see how things go for that. That being said, that also means big bonuses for graphics, resolution, frame rate. And this is going to the next topic, and I kind of went a little quick off of that. But it's gone to that point where, with next gen, better tech means better improvements in quality. Yeah.
What's going on? Wait! Faster, Damn it!
Sorry, everybody. The cord was messing with me. Sorry, I'm a little focused at the moment. Kind of playing video games. But yeah, it's... With next-gen tech and everything like that, it's going to make gaming a lot more improved. We're going to have an enjoyable time doing it, so it's definitely one of those. It's going to be a lot of fun playing on next-gen, and it's going to be a lot of fun seeing different systems and different competitive capabilities for each system. And I'd definitely like to see a bunch of stuff coming, regardless how it's looked at. Yeah, things to be. Things that will be definitely something. Sorry, everybody. Boss fight in the dungeon. What would I like to see in a game? How in the next gen consoles? Well, the simple way is what we've already got coming so far. But how are we gonna deal with things like that? Well, you got consoles. Resurrect this guy! Resurrect! Things that I would like to see. Well, I want to see more of what they got. I want to see what's coming. I want to see what everything is coming for games, what is coming next for each system, and how they're gonna achieve things like cross-play, cross-save. God damn it, man. Sorry. But anyway, the long pause here. I want to see what will be coming and how we're going to achieve it. And I want to see what's going to be brought to the table. God damn it. Sorry, I was trying to revive a guy here. That'll keep me alive. Alrighty. But yes, it comes with a lot of things that need to be done to see. I want to see what the PlayStation 5 looks like. They haven't revealed what it looks like yet. They've revealed specs, they've revealed games, because they said they've said a whole lot of games are coming to PS5. But I want to see the system. It's difficult to say what the game's going to be like if we don't know what it looks like. And I want to see what it looks like. Because it looks like it's going to be sweet, especially with the... Come on, cord, fucking stay out of the way. It's going to be exciting to see how things go with the game and the new games coming out. And see where the games are going to be going for the future. It's going to be an exciting time, regardless how you look at it. Now, that said, who do I think, which system is going to beat the other? In reality, it don't matter. A system is a system is a system, and they're all going to play the same. Well, within reason, because there's different games on each one, yada yada yada. But in my opinion, I think short-term PlayStation is going to win. This is going to be an opinion, I'm not going to say how things are going to go. But I know that PlayStation probably out of the gate will win. And then Xbox balances it out at some point, and then PlayStation again. It's going to be an up and down cycle, regardless how you look at it. Hold still. But yeah, reality is it's not going to be a one console all the time. Every game, every day, a console is going to be better at sales. And of course, another guy's dead. Our healer's dead. Son of a bitch! And I'm dead. Come on, you stupid. Sorry, I'm focused right now on reviving my teammates. Nee, 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 nee. Do 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 do. You're gonna die. Bring it down. The heat. He's dead. But yeah, that's we're gonna see how things go. We're gonna definitely keep it. I'm definitely gonna be keeping more an eye on it, and as time goes on, I'm gonna probably start revealing more of my opinion on how things are going. We're gonna see how people react, and we're gonna see what things are gonna, how many things are gonna have good times.
Promise to return the favor. I don't care what it takes to keep them away. Away from what? You said this would be simple.
Oh. Okay, that just kind of happened. But it'll be nice to see what they're going to bring to the table for how games are going to play, what's going to happen. And see where things are going to, how things are going to grow quick. Keep my guys alive, keep my guys alive. It'd be nice to see how things are gonna conglomerate and son of a... I'm dead. Wow, the only guy that's alive is is our healer. So while I'm waiting for it to be lifted... Good thing I got that. I can revive for free. Don't mind me, sorry. I know it seems like I'm being silent right now, but it's because I'm focused. Even though my teammate died. But regardless, it comes down to... It's an exciting year, even with the current state of affairs. It'll be interesting to see where things are going to go in the future. And we'll see how things are going to create and react. Do 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 do. Nee 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 nee. There's gonna be a lot of things coming regardless how you look at it. Is that gonna... They're also gonna probably bring a lot of stuff coming in. And we're gonna see how games are gonna have new mechanics, have good times. Get a little extra life. Of course, another DPS is dead. Bring him back to life, son of a bitch. Distracted by a boss. Hopefully this time we fucking kill the bastard. And he's dead again. Resurrect pending. Son of a bitch. But maybe with this, maybe this way it's gonna be an interesting time. I know it'll be awesome to see where things are gonna go. It'll be kick-ass. Son of a bitch! I almost fucking wore some friggin' magic to the face. But it'll be nice to see if crossplay does come with next gen, to see if consoles end up coming up as a contender with PC. A contender, not a old master race or anything like that, because that'd be stupid. Got him, finally. And it'll be an interesting time regardless. But anyway, I'm going to call that the podcast for the night. It was a hell of a podcast. It was nice and short, nice opinionated, and nice and chill. But the podcast is over. Thank you all once again for everybody over on Spotify and YouTube. And if it ends up being on any other podcast section, alright, that's cool, but I don't know about them. I just know about Spotify. But regardless, it's been a damn good time. So thank you all once again. But anyway, you guys on YouTube and Spotify, have a good time. And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you very much.